everyone, I'm back with the video. It's been a while. I've been away on holidays, so back and trying to get through my 52 cards in 2015. Can't remember what number this is offhand, but we're in the 30s I think, so we've got to catch up. So Hub's recently went online and bought a whole heap of stuff for his guitar making. And they also, so that store also sold scrapbooking supplies. So he got me a whole heap of stuff, so I'm trying to use that up. Alright, so what I've got here is an embossing folder called Spring Leaves, and I don't know, it might be Doris, it could be Couture Creations, something, I don't know. But anyway, what I'm doing is I'm part embossing it, so I'm just sticking the card layer, top layer in so far, and I want it up the top of it. So, and this you've got to be careful, some of them are directional, so I'm just going to run that through my Cuttlebug. Oops. Right. Now the next part, what I want to do is I want to emboss down the bottom. Now you see what that's done there, and it's stopped right there. I've just gone down probably just over the halfway mark. Now what I want to do is emboss some diagonal lines, or vertical lines even. I think I might do vertical lines on this one. Now when you emboss, the ridges are going to be on the reverse side of where you score. So I'm going to turn this is the right side here with the embossed area, so I'm just going to turn it over and set it up the top there, grab my bone folder and just score down to where that first embossing finishes. Now don't worry too much if you don't go right to the line, because we're going to cover that with some ribbon anyway, or even if you go over. So just going to quickly do this. So there you can see what that's done. And I scored every 1/8 inch mark on my Martha Stewart scoreboard. You can do 1/4 inch, you can do whatever you want. So that's my card front, that's the top layer. Now I'm going to do the girl card first, and this is what I did on the stream yesterday. So I'm going to recreate that one to a certain extent, I guess. So what we need to do first is attach the ribbon, and what I tend to do is just put some double-sided tape on the back there to hold the ribbon in place. Remove it, grab your ribbon, and enough to make your bow. And I'm going to have the bow on the left hand side, so I'm just going to cut this off now. So probably over about 3/4 of an inch to an inch is where I'm going to start my bow. There we go, that's done. So then I can trim that off. Okay, so once that's done, now what you can do is cheat and put a little bit of tape there so it makes it sit, but yeah, alright then, we'll do that, just a little bit. go. Done. Bit crooked. There we go. That'll do. All right. Now we're going to build on top of that, but first what I want to do is I'm going to put some double-sided tape down on the back of that before I add any more dimensional elements. It's a bit harder when you get to that stage. Also, when you are burnishing that tape, just be mindful that it can soften those embossed areas on your card on the edges. So I tend just to use my finger across those. Right, now what do we have? We had a pram before. Now I meant to take this off before I started and I forgot. So what I'm using is just my Cricut spatula tool to remove those pegs from underneath the pram. Now, the reason I'm doing it is because those pegs are massive, and the card would be way too dimensional and just look out of place for that size. So rather than risking breaking the pram piece, I'm trying to do this. Ah, did it. Right, done. Peg. They can be saved for whatever use later on. Okay, so then the pram can now be glued onto it if you want. So there it is there. Now, I probably put this too high up for this one. So what I might do instead... What I might do instead for this one is do this. And have this up there like that. Yeah, okay. So, what I've done here is I've used the, what is it now? It's the Spellbinders Standard Circle Small, and it's fourth from the smallest, fourth from the inside, or fourth from the outside. It's the centre one. Cut that out of some pink paper and cardstock. Then I've used this one's the Spellbinders Lacy Circles, and it's second from the smallest one, so second size from the smallest. So that's going to go on there, and I'm going to stamp It's a Girl using, I might try the Regal Rose in the Stampin' Up! Classic ink pad. Now, just got to be mindful and try and get this centered on this piece. So excuse the head if it goes in view. Okay, there it is there. And I did pretty good. So what I did with that was put some foam dimensional tape on it, and it's going to sit up there like that. So if I get my card front, I'm going to sit it on top of that ribbon there like that, and then we can put something up here. Now, do I want that little one there, or do I want a pram? Didn't I get something out before? No. I like the little dress. So if I sit that there, that's way too dimensional for it. So I like the dress, so I think I'm going to use it. Take this off again. That was a lot easier. I like the little dress. Okay, so that's what we're going to do there. Now, can use just some Scotch Quick Dry, some wet glue to adhere that down to the card front. And now I'll remove the tape backing from the dimensional foam tape and adhere it on, centered on top of that pink circle. And try and get it centered. That'll do. Now this one here, I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use Glossy Accents because it's a bit shiny surface on the back. So, and because we've got some unevenness there of the embossing, so I'll lay it about there, not too far up. Okay, just press that down while it adheres and I'll be back. Now I wanted to go over the top of that flower there with something else, so I found these in my stash, just little flower embellishments, so I'm going to adhere that using Glossy Accents as well to that sentiment piece. Oh well. The stamp one's got 6 petals and this one's only got 5, but that's okay, we can work with it. There we go. So, a bit of bling. Alright, so while they are drying, I'm going to now probably stamp the inside sentiment of the card base and add the layers. So let's just put this aside. And I'm using a white card base for this one, and I want a congratulations stamp, which I have here. And I'm just going to use, where is it? Onyx Black VersaFine ink. Let's get a block. Ink that up and try and get it centered on the inside there. This has got a bit of a curve to it, but I don't mind that. Okay, that's done. So now I'm going to layer a, oh, look what I've just done. I had ink on my hands. What could I put there? I've got to put something. Maybe I could put a bit of bling. No, it needs to be flat. I'll be back. Okay, put that aside for a little bit while I grab my layers here. So I've got some pink cardstock. I've already placed double-sided tape on the back of it so it can be adhered down. Let me make sure it's right size. Yep, that's good there. What about my card front top layer? Yep, okay, that's good. Well, I'm going to layer that onto the pink first, I think. And then we can layer that onto the card front. And then ooh, if that bow's gonna want to come off, I need to put some, I'm going to put some glossy accents in there to try and keep it from coming undone. So just sneaking in underneath that knot. Alright, card done. Now what I did with the other card that I made an envelope for it and just head embossed some little feet on it. So that is your card done. Alright, I'll be back with another one where I'm going for a boy, and we'll use the same sort of setup but different embossing folders and a little train die cut, well, from a punch I mean. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, I'll be back soon, bye. that's drying, I'm going to take some pink cardstock, which is also going to be one of the layers, and I'm going to stamp on it with the congratulations banner, and this is from Clearly Besotted Stamps, and there's a matching die. It's the mini basics banners. This is the stamp and this is the die. So I'm going to put some Versamark ink on that stamp, and then we're going to apply some white embossing powder and heat set that, and then punch it out. So I'm taking the die, I'm positioning it over that stamped image very carefully, and then I'm going to hold it down using a piece of masking tape, only because I didn't have any post-it notes handy. So I'm going to take this over to my Big Shot and cut that out, and I'll be back. Very carefully taking that masking tape off. Okay, and let's see how I did. Oh, not too bad at all. Well, okay, you can hardly see it. Not focusing. Anyway, that's it. So we're going to put some dimensional foam tape on the back of that, if I could find it. I've got our card base here. Let's stamp our sentiment now. Okay, so I've got congratulations for this one. So on the inside, I think all I'm going to do is stamp a couple of little feet. So let me see what colour I'm going to use. It's a bit dark. Let's off stamp it. Okay. Yeah, well, I'll stamp it. Okay. And then all I'm going to do is put that down there. Just like that. So you can write whatever you want in there. Voila, another one done. Alright, I think I'm done with them. Alright, thanks for watching guys, and I'll be back with some more cards. Bye.